Good morning, good morning, good morning. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and you are breathing. Today is Monday, September the 9th, 2024, and I would like to welcome you all to This is Just a Thought with Stephen Cornegay. Today's word of the day, facsimile, which means an exact copy. Facsimile. Hope everyone enjoyed their weekend. Oh man, here in North Carolina, the weather was beautiful. I really didn't do too much. I just rolled around and just relaxed. So I hope everyone got a chance to get out and enjoy themselves with some cool temps here in North Carolina. Believe you me, very cool temps. Was able to get outside and pretty much you could do whatever you want to this weekend. If you wanted to cook out, you could cook out. It wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold. If you wanted to go to some events and festivals that were happening, the end of the summer is here. Might as well say so. There's still a lot of festivals going on. Temperature's still pleasant. If you were able to get out and do that, hey, hats off to you. I myself personally, I just relaxed. I just sat down and chilled and relaxed and cleared my head and was able to get my thoughts together. I woke up yesterday morning, went and got me some breakfast, and then later on for an hour or two, I just went and sat somewhere on this little trail or this area. If you're familiar with Durham and Raleigh, you have what is called a tobacco trail, old tobacco warehouses that they turn into restaurants, office buildings, or whatever, going on pretty much throughout the United States with a lot of these old manufacturing plants. Also, I was able to just sit out and just relax and even read a little bit. It must be odd to see people reading because I got a lot of strange looks. I don't know if they thought I was a pervo or if I was a officer or something. I mean, the looks I was getting, I was like, well, what in the world am I doing? I have been told I have a very stern look, but I mean, hey, that's just me. I honestly think it's just they're not used to seeing folks read like that anymore. And if you know what I know, then you know. So yeah, I just enjoyed myself this weekend. I really did. Like I said, I was just able to just relax. Been a long time, and it's been a long time coming also. So I was happy to do that, and like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. And here we are back to Monday. Back to work we go. Back to work we go. But don't get with the doom and glooms. It could be a whole lot worse. There's a lot of folks out there that don't have a job to go to. So it could be worse. It could be worse. Hey, before I go any further, hit that like and subscribe button along with that bell icon so you can get notified when I drop these podcasts. Keep you in the loop. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. A lot of interesting topics, like I said. And also get in that comment section. Let me know what you guys think, whether yeah or nay. Should I keep going? Should I stop? Should I find something new to talk about? Some more topics? Give me some ideas for some new topics. Give me some input as to what you guys think about the topics I'm talking about, the subject matter. I have gotten some, and I thoroughly enjoy those that get in the comment section. Let me know what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, if my opinions, whatever. Hey, I'm pretty thick-skinned. I won't bite. I just won't. I can honestly tell you from firsthand experience, I've been called every name in the book, but a child of God. So ain't too much of nothing you guys can say to me that hurt my feelings. And it's okay if we don't agree on certain things. We are our own individual human being, own individual person. We're not supposed to agree on any and everything anyway. So hey, like I said, you won't hurt my feelings, not one bit, not one bit. So yeah, get in that comment section. Let me know what you guys think about these topics I'm talking about. And hey, hit that like and subscribe button along with that bell icon. And hey, share some of these podcasts. There's enough of you out there. I know you're on social media. I know you guys like to share this and that or whatever, what have you. Share this. Let folks know what's out there. Especially, like I said, with September being Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, so I'll be doing quite a few podcasts all talking about prostate cancer. So let's put it out there. Let's get these men active and back in control and in charge of their health. That's the whole purpose of me doing these podcasts, especially during certain times of the year, or a month is dedicated to like Men's Health Month, colon cancer awareness, and now prostate cancer awareness. So throughout this year, I will be whatever's left. I will be talking manically about men's health, starting, of course, with Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, which is this month of September. So yeah, share the podcast. Let folks know what's out there. Just do, just do, just do. All right, let's move along here, man. Like I said earlier or alluded to at the beginning, the weather here in North Carolina has been beautiful. You can't beat it with a stick, folks. Temps have been in the 80s, the low 70s. It's just right. The humidity's non-existent. There's no rain. In fact, they're saying we won't get any more rain to quite possibly towards the end of the week. And even then, there's just going to be showers. It's not going to be a downpour like it was the end of August. If you remember the end of August, we got all that rain. And they're saying that it's not going to be like that. It's going to be showers. I'll take it. I'll take these 80-degree temps any day of the week in comparison to what we came from out up under August and July and June with those 100-degree days and the real feels of 105 plus or whatever, what have you. I will take that. I won't complain not one bit about this little cool down right here. But, you're from the South, I wouldn't readily go and put up those shorts and t-shirts just yet. This is the South. This is the South. You know how I do down here. But yeah, the temps have been wonderful in the 80s. At night, it gets down into the 60s and 50s. And when you walk out, first thing in the morning, when you have to go to work, or if you're going to work out or whatever, what have you, or take the kids to the bus stop, you can tell it's a little nip in the air. If you're like me and you wear short sleeves, you're probably standing doing this. You just are. So I just wouldn't put up my shorts just yet if I was you. But they are saying, in fact, this evening, tonight, they're saying temps are going to get down into the 50s, might even be in the low 50s. So they're saying tomorrow morning when you guys go out, put a little thin jacket or a sweater or a sweatshirt on. Maybe the fall is coming. Maybe it's coming. Who knows? Who knows? But while we're enjoying these cool temps, those folks out there on the West Coast, man, in addition to these wildfires, they have a heat wave. 105, 106, 110, 112 in certain spots, certain places. So they're having to battle these wildfires and extreme heat also. So you got to keep an eye on those guys. Pray for those guys out there on the West Coast, because they've had 100 plus degree days for, man, I know it's been a month, if not a month or more. It just seems like every day it's 100-degree plus heat. So they're fighting those fires, those wildfires in that heat. I know full well, I know they're keeping an eye on each other, but that goes without saying. Send a prayer up for those folks out there, those firefighters fighting that wildfire out there. That is, I can't even imagine what they're going through. I just can't. So for the folks out there on the West Coast, maybe I do have some West Coast folks out there. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Put on that sunscreen. Put a hat on that head, and limit your time outside if you can. And for those firefighters out there, and just for regular citizens also, hey, make sure you recognize the signs of heat exhaustion or heat stroke. Always. So, hydrate, man. Drink that water. Drink that Gatorade. Drink that Pedialyte. Hey, it is what it is. Keep those electrolytes in you. Stay hydrated. And also, man, we really haven't talked about, I really don't horn in and say this enough, about that sunscreen and that hat on your head. That can protect you. It really does. It really does. And hey, also, man, hey, check on the elderly. You know how they do. You know how they roll. You know how they roll. They aren't ones for this air conditioner. It messes with their bones and joints. So they're usually sitting in the house with all the windows up, or down and a fan going. So check in on your elderly, the neighbors and relatives. Just check in on them. Just check in on them. All right, let's move along here, man. Hey, I gave you guys a podcast last week where I was talking about Thursday night football, I believe. Well, yesterday, of course, was Sunday, and it was a lovely day. After I finished doing what I had to do that morning, made it back in time to catch a few football games. The NFL has returned. The season is here. It ain't upon us. It's here. Really wasn't what I expected. I may have overhyped myself up, but I understand it's the first game of the season. These guys got to shake the cobwebs off. They got to get the chemistry back. A lot of those games I was expecting more, and I got to say I just didn't get it. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens as the year football season progresses. I'm sure things are going to pick up. They always do. And hey, like I said, it was the first game of the season. It was all right. I can say I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really did. I was able to sit back, relax, like once again, and watch me some football finally. Man, I've been fiending. I've been waiting. All right, let's get it started here, man. The Los Angeles Rams versus the Detroit Lions. The Lions pulled it out 26-20. That was a pretty good game. I got to say, that was a pretty good game. And the Carolina Panthers versus the New Orleans Saints. Why Carolina? What in the world was that? I understand. I mean, it's the first game of the season. You're supposed to be hyped. You're supposed to be so hyped, man. You ain't even supposed to come down. You allowed the New Orleans Saints to put 47 points up on the board, and all you could muster was 10 points. Yeah, you heard me right. The Saints won 47-10 for the season opener. Thank the good Lord they were in New Orleans and they weren't in Carolina. It would have been even more of an embarrassment. At least New Orleans beat the brakes off of you in their home stadium or dome, whatever that is they call that. Yeah, they put 47 points on the board. Not too sure what's going on with the Panthers organization. I really, there's got to be something within that organization. They have what was considered when he came out of college a year or so ago, Bryce Young, top NFL prospect. They were hooping and hollering and saying he's it. He's the future of the Carolina Panthers. Our organization is going to turn around. It looks like you guys are still staying the same. I don't know what the disconnect is, but I couldn't even figure out what you guys are trying to do. So I just turned the channel and started watching another game. They're my home state favorite. They are the Carolina Panthers. But man, you guys got to figure something out. You got to figure it out quick. You just do. Man, the Minnesota Vikings versus the New York Football Giants. Vikings won 28-6. Yeah, a lot of these games just weren't that exciting. They just weren't. So the Vikings pulled that off, and the Patriots defeated the Cincinnati Bengals 16-10 under new coach. Can't remember. I know his last name is Mayo. Bill Belichick is out. He has called it quits. So Mayo, who was one time he did play for the New England Patriots. He's a linebacker, big fella. He was a part of many of those Super Bowl teams. Many of those winning seasons he was there. So the Patriots ended up beating the Bengals 16-10. Joe Burrow didn't look so tough. What the world's going on with Joe Burrow? You've been in the league too long for that, homie. You've been in the league too long for that. And the Pittsburgh Steelers defeated the Atlanta Falcons 18-10. Justin Fields was on the field. Looked fairly good, I gotta say. He looks good. He just does. Time will tell with him also. Time will tell with him. So the Steelers got the victory. And speaking of Justin Fields, the Chicago Bears played the Tennessee Titans yesterday. Bears pulled it off 24-17. No. The game was horrible. Don't let the score fool you. It was horrible. The defense scored all the damn points. Defense and special teams. fumble recoveries, interceptions. Boy, the Bears, I know it's the first game of the season. I know many of you are going to say that. Hey, man, it's the first game of the season. Calm down. Look like the Bears of old. They do this crap every single year. Preseason, they looking good. Going into this actual season, it falls completely apart. Yeah, the defense and special teams, they were the ones that put all the points on the board, put those 24 points on the board. So maybe it was first game jitters. Caleb Williams. No, he's a rookie. And I know you're going to say his first game of the season, he's a rookie. He got to calm down. He got to get into his groove. I get it, got it, understand it. I really do. I'm with you right there. But man, they didn't look so tough. I didn't see any promises, any sparks. I just didn't. Because Tennessee led this game for a while. Bears had to come back after the second half, after halftime. Tennessee was the Titans were leading. They just weren't. Maybe the Bears will turn it around at some point in time. Maybe the Bears will turn it around at some point in time. And the Miami Dolphins defeated the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Battle of Florida. Dolphins won 20-17. Nothing really, I can't say it's surprising, but there was a bit of surprise before that game, that Miami Dolphins Jacksonville Jaguars game. All-pro receivers Tyreek Hill was detained by Miami police right outside the stadium. He was stopped for a traffic violation, is what they're saying. Speeding, probably. Speeding in that sports car. You saw the sport. If you seen the footage, that looks like that sports car can go just like that, without hesitation. It just does. So he got detained. What they're saying is for speeding. Is still a lengthy investigation going on. His attorneys came out and slammed the police officers because the police officers placed him in handcuffs and placed him on the ground. And also, if you see the video footage, Miami-Dade police are, of course, they're catching slack. Catching flack. Folks are raising sin. They want to know why he was placed in handcuffs. He knew who he was. He knew what he was doing. He knew where he was going. Hell, you're from Miami. How could you treat him like that? He's a treasure to us here in Miami. Get it, got it, understand it. But if you saw that video footage, because when they told him to get out the car, they did sound a little bit upset. So I'm wondering to myself, what the hell happened before we actually got that footage? Because there's one officer, while they had him in handcuffs, they had him back on the sidewalk, they had finally lifted him up off the ground, and it appears Mr. Hill was bumping those gums, and he was placed back down on the ground again by an officer. That officer, they're saying, has been suspended and is under investigation. You're worth how much? How many millions are you worth? And you're out here getting into a verbal altercation with street police officers? I think you may have your priorities a little backwards there, Mr. Hill. There's no way in the world you can pay me. If I'm worth millions, well, first of all, I ain't getting in an argument with nobody. Now I got millions sitting on deck. That's foolish. Don't care what the guys are saying. I'll take it up sometime later. Just get me out these damn handcuffs so I can go and play a football game. But yeah, you can see if you saw the footage, it does appear Mr. Hill said something, got the officer a little bit upset. So he put him back down on the ground. Well, sat him back down on the ground. Let's just say that. Boy. You're worth how many millions, and you're getting into it with regular old flatfoot officers on the beat. Not smart. Not smart at all. Then again, what do I know? What do I know? I'm sure there's some out there that say, yeah, he should have let him know what was what and gave him a what for. But a lot of you out there ain't got 5 pennies. So maybe you can afford to do that, which you can't. But ain't nowhere in the world, if I'm a millionaire, however many times over, am I going to get into any altercation with anyone. You won't hear a peep out of me. You won't hear a peep out of me. So it appears still under investigation. They really haven't came out and said why he was pulled. Guess is he was speeding. I believe he even alluded to it in the press conference. They pulled me over because they said I was speeding. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But whatever the case may be, you got put on that ground for that game. Could have probably possibly been totally avoided. And the last game we're going to talk about, the Dallas Cowboys defeated the Cleveland Browns. I know many of you are going to say, hey, that ain't too much, that ain't too tough. Yeah, they did. They defeated them quite handily also. 33-17 was the final score. Cowboys were looking pretty good yesterday. Outstanding. And hours before, just like hours before with the Tyreek Hill situation in Miami, hours before, the Dallas Cowboys were able to finalize the deal with Dak Prescott. So he's now worth however many million he is. The great flop master is getting paid. Have the yin yang. So there's a lot of Cowboy fans out there that have started up. And they are about to make me sick already. First game of the season. They win one game, and already you hear, this is our year. We are Super Bowl bound, baby. No, you ain't. This is just what you do. Now you have gone and paid the flop master 50 or 60, however $1 million to just flop and choke in the playoffs. That's what's going to happen. That's what happens every year. Hey, then again, who knows? This may be their year. This just may be their year. The Cowboys might pull it off. I mean, they looked pretty good yesterday. I hadn't seen them look that good in a while. So they may pull it off. They just may. All right, let's move along here, man, to some campaign news. Hey, very briefly, the debate is tomorrow night. Vice President Kamala Harris versus former President Donald Trump. The debate's tomorrow night. Kamala Harris is hunkered down in Pittsburgh, I believe they said. She's studying. She's doing debate prep. Yada, 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 rah, rah, rah. Former President Donald Trump, he's not really worried about the debate. He's mainly talking to his policy makers so he can horn in and let America know what his plans are. So that means former President Trump is going to have to stay on topic, stay on task. Can't be easily swayed or goaded out of what he's supposed to do. Because there are many folks out here in this lovely world of ours that want to know, or this lovely country of ours, I should say, in the world, that want to know what we're going to do about this economy and all these wars and conflicts that are going on across this globe. What is the United States going to do about it? First and foremost, we got to do something with this economy. Just do. So yeah, I'll let you guys know what happens with this debate tomorrow night. The circus will begin. Yeah, it's going to be a circus. I'm going to put it out there. Calling it right now. It's going to be a circus. All right, moving along here. Also, man, an update of sorts about the school shooting in Georgia last week. Looks like now, in addition to the son being charged with 4 counts of murder, looks like the father has been charged also with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter and 2 counts of second-degree murder. I guess that would be the teachers. And the 4 counts would be the 2 teachers and the 2 students that were killed. So it looks like the DA in that part of Georgia or the state has said, now in addition to your son being charged, we're going to charge you also, Paul. Why, you may ask? It appears that the father gifted his son an AR-15 style rifle for his birthday last year. You heard me right. Gave a damn 13-year-old an assault rifle. And many of you may be saying, well, that ain't so bad, that ain't so tough. I know a lot of dads that do this, but what really may have made this DA charge this man with these 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter and 2 counts of second-degree murder? He gave that kid that gun knowing that he was being bullied. And also after the fact that the police officers showed up and did an investigation because of those online threats his son was making, saying he was going to shoot up a school. He was in middle school last year. I guess he was going to shoot up his son in middle school. Now he's in high school. He was in the 9th grade. Yeah. So, Paul, you knowingly gave your son, who's being bullied in school, who has made an online threat, so much so that officers had to come out, or they had to call you guys in. Not too clear if they went to the house or not. I know on the previous podcast, I gave a little makeshift investigation, but I don't think they actually went to the house. I think they called those people down there to that police station and interviewed them there. May have been the safest thing. Another thing that has came out is what they're saying is that this young man didn't exactly have what you would call a stable, healthy, happy home environment. Apparently, the mother was arrested on at some point in time on some assault charges or whatever, and she was arrested also for some drug possession